And we are live. And a good evening, good morning, or whatever to everybody. Oh. I hope you're all having a nice day today. Or morning, or evening, or whatever. I was about to say, I almost sounded like a real streamer at that point, but then I fumbled, like I usually do. Luckily, nobody's around to actually see that. That's great. So that little embarrassment just went right over everybody's heads. There definitely will not be a VOD later. Permanently immortalized. Oh, crap. Hi, Prixon. Fumbled. Thrown, even. Well, that was rude. Well, okay, I see. This was a coordinated attack, wasn't it? Alright. Prixon comes in, then Aaron comes in right afterwards. You're like, wow, alright. I see how it is. I see how it's going to be. How are you both doing tonight? You know what? If I go into Discord right now, I wonder if you two were... Oh, nope. I was going to wonder if you were playing a repo without me. Your stream alert woke me up from my nap? What? How did my alert wake you up? Tired? Yeah, aren't we all? I've been up judging games until like... The last couple days, I've been up until like 1 o'clock, 1:30. And then I have to wake up at like 7. Yeah. Prixon never wants to play with me. Oh, don't worry. Once I'm done, then I will tie the group together, and then we can all hang out and play repo. Yeah. Also, tell Prixon I said hi. The alert made my phone vibrate, and that woke me up. Oh. Huh. Well, neat. I wonder how many others I unintentionally woke up. Whoa, Prixon just... Prixon just out there just screaming. Wow, okay. What did I do to deserve that? I know we're supposed to turn up the volume whenever we have whenever we want to get the party going, but I didn't think you'd be doing that lot. Prixon says to shove it. Yeah, you, Prixon, and everybody else. But too bad, I'm here. And we're going to be doing more highlights today. We got the light at the end of the tunnel. I think I've hit the halfway point, I want to say. Hang on, how many do I have left? I've done that many. And then I have, how many left? Okay, so I've done this many. And so the amount that I have left is... Not counting the one that got... So there are 16... Okay, yeah, I'm past the halfway point. Yeah. You are here. I don't have to be. I could be doing pixel art right now at 1 a.m. Yeah, nah. I mean, you can do both. You can be here and do pixel art. I was tempted to do that this morning, actually, because last night was one of those weird times where I got like a random bout of insomnia. And I was up until like 3 o'clock, just staring at the ceiling. Just be like, what's going on? I don't know why. It's just, every time I close my eyes and just relax, my eyes just like naturally like slide open. I was like, yeah, this is not happening. This whole sleep thing is not happening tonight. But hey, I'm all right now. Right. I got that every night. Well, I mean, it depends. Some people have, medical issues that prevent them from sleeping. What actually ended up getting me was the fact, last night at least, was I don't know what was going on, but my brain was just kind of moving a mile a minute. And I was like, I could not relax. And what actually ended up solving it was actually just putting another blanket. Be like, all right, put down that extra weight, just hold me down. And I was like, oh, okay, there we go. And then I was out within like 5 minutes. Meanwhile, there's me napping. I envy that. I definitely envy that. Once I get up, once I'm vertical, the day I don't ever drop. I don't ever fall asleep again, no matter how much I might try to. You can blame, I guess we can blame that on the meds, but on the ADHD meds for those that are thinking that I may be shooting up something I shouldn't be when I'm vertical. Well, what do you call yourself when you're not like laying in bed? You know, when you're standing up? I mean, you don't even have to be standing up. Your feet just have to hit the floor and you can't be resting on anything. That's vertical. Yeah. Sounds like he thinks I'm standing up to nap. What? How often does that happen? Because I've seen that. I've seen that like in. Hang on. Okay. In humans, while it's not possible to sleep standing up effectively, well, yeah, obviously. Okay, well. Quora has a how to sleep while standing up, is as if this is a skill that you might want to learn at some point. Okay. I mean, like, you could be, like, half asleep, like, sleepwalking, or... Yeah. I've fallen asleep leaning on things before when I was overworking myself more than I do now. I mean, is that asleep, or is that just passing out from exhaustion? Hey, Fortuna, welcome in. Welcome in. Like, sleep is when your body, like has to restore, like fatigue, and then passing out from exhaustion is your body just like catching up, like playing catching up. I think. I don't know. I'm not a sleep expert. Or on the couch, but tonight bed. Yeah, fair enough. Thank you for the pat. I'm not sure what was going on there, but all right, sure. But today, why are you pointing a gun at me, Prickson? What did I do? What did I do this time? All right. Now, as for today, let me just go and grab some of the games that I was. And you respond with just another random emote. Has Prickson forgotten how words work? Does he not know that we are not an emote only? I can set it to emote only. And then I can censor you guys. You know, every time you say something mean about me, I can just set it to emote only and make it everybody else's problem. That is a fun idea, though. To be like, hey, every time you want to mess with me, I could just shut you down. I'll just leave? Aw. And then Prickson responds with another emote. Well, fine. Okay, so today we have a couple of games that I would like to show off. Bad idea, Nova. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean bad idea? Hey, Stoic, stop bullying them. What? It took you less than a week for you to take chat's side against the streamer. Do I inspire that in people? Do I inspire hatred? Don't answer that. What are you doing? What are you doing, Fortuna? Oh, I see a Kuro face in there. And then there is Paimon, and then Pew. Okay, Fortuna's just having... you know what? I'm kind of surprised Nightbot isn't checking that. Oh, right. I think I disabled that. Hang on. Wondering why Nightbot isn't doing its job. Hang on. Okay. Oh, yeah, there it is. XS emotes. All right, let me just re-enable that and just let's see how long it takes for you guys to get caught. Just out of curiosity. This filter allows you to time out users who repeat words or phrases. Wow, actually a lot of this stuff seems kind of nice. Wondering why I had this stuff disabled in the first place, or maybe it was disabled by default. Okay. And then Fortuna just, do you have a bot going on? Like what is this? Are you okay, Fortuna? Have you forgotten how words work? Oh yeah? Oh, you think you're gonna be cute, huh? Alright, I see how it is. See how it is? Bam! Smack the fairy. Yeah, how about that, huh? Channeling his inner taxman. Yeah, of course. I will love to extend my authority to demolish people. Man, feels good to give a fairy a slap. All right, so let's continue on with our games for today. Now, today's theme is... I don't have one. Yeah. There were a couple of games that I wanted to show off today, and I could not tie them together in a believable way. So today's theme is there is no theme. Today's theme is I want to show off these games, so that's what I'm gonna do, and you guys can't stop me. This you? That depends on how. Yeah, that seems about right, actually. I'm glad you understand, Prixon. Okay, so today we are. I gotta be honest. I was deciding which games to show off right up until the start of the stream, because I have. Let me just check my list here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games that are on my list. So I have to choose a couple of these and just kind of run with it. So let's start off with a kind of a brainless one. Well, kind of. It started off brainless, but whatever. I'll just stop with the preamble, and I will just move on to the actual game. So the first game that we're going to show off, I'm still having a hard... Well, I mean, I guess I can kind of see it being made in RPG Maker, but it's so wildly different from default RPG Maker that I had to talk about it. I had to show this one off. All right, first off, let me go find the... There we go. This one is Antes. Is that Antes? Yes, it is, in fact, Antes. Now, first thing I want to lament is the fact that there's only one save file for this thing, so I think I made it pretty far in this game, but now I'm going to have to erase all my progress, which sucks. I'm addicted to this? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this game does not really have an end that I could tell, at least. So I was stuck with this for the whole hour. But luckily, it ticks the right spots in my brain. And you're about to find out why. Ants are among the most powerful and organized creatures on the planet. They dominate the earth with incredible strength and collective, with the ability to lift weights far beyond their size. These tiny warriors are ready to overcome any obstacle. Get ready to explore the world where cooperation is the key. I didn't advance that text, by the way. That was all auto-advanced. I guess this was not a game that was good for streaming or fast reading because, yeah. You know what? I appreciate that little keyboard layout right there at the start. Because a lot of the other games that I've seen give us tutorials on stuff like arrow keys to move and select after we've already demonstrated we know how to do half of those commands by just navigating to the start menu. Like, you start a game, in order to select new game, you have to press the spacebar, right? And then after you get through a whole introductory level of cutscene of text that you kept having to hit spacebar to get through, you get a tutorial that says, oh, by the way, press the spacebar to advance text. I'm like, yeah, we know that. But here, it's just like, okay, here are the keys that you're going to need. And, yeah, figure it out from there. Skip the tutorial. No. Hello, this is Auntie. Your goal is to grow the colony and protect the Ant Queen. Okay. Assign roles to the common ants and gather resources to upgrade the anthill. Yeah, so you have common ant and you go from harvest, build to fight. But watch out, there will be dangers lurking ready to stop you. Here are some tips. Remember the ants need to eat, so try and keep some food stored for them. Remember to upgrade the colony to accommodate more ants. Remember, as long as the queen lives, nothing is lost, so protect her and make her strong. How to obtain materials? Food is mainly gathered by harvester ants expeditions, but can also be attained by killing enemies or sacrificing. Leaves are obtainable exclusively through expeditions. Okay. Soil is mainly obtained by building and upgrading the anthill, but it can also be obtained in other ways. Normally I would say, like, such as what? Why won't you tell me? And then I'm like, oh, right. Okay, that was weird. And it was like, but you know what? You're already front loading a bunch of information right now, so I think it's all right. Now, here's where things got a little strange start. To say that this game has a very slow start is a bit of an understatement, because what I'm doing right now is actually optimal play. And by that I mean nothing. Because right now I'm waiting for these 3 eggs to hatch. Hey John Erico, welcome in. How you doing? Let's see here. I really like ants. Okay. So yeah, you have no idea what we're trying to do. But hey, I guess you can use this time to see what is possible to build. Also, I hope you like this music because we're going to be listening to this constantly. Oh, there we go. All right, we got 3. So, admittedly, this took me a couple of tries to figure out. So what I ended up doing was saying, yeah, just go straight for the harvester ants. Because more than anything else, you need food. That is by far your most valuable resource, and it's the one that fluctuates the most. Hey Rag, welcome in. How you doing? Took me a few runs to figure out what the WTF I was doing. Yeah, same here. Mostly because, like, I feel like the tutorial... So here's the thing about the tutorial. The information is actually important, but I feel like that time would have been better spent getting you started. Because it doesn't really tell you that worker ants don't really have much purpose. So just for the dev to figure this out. When I first started this game, I was making 1 of each. That is a big mistake. Now, you could argue that survival of the fittest, right? If you don't know what you're doing, so more ants. Like, if you don't have the instincts, then you're gonna die. Which, okay, fair enough. But I feel like the tutorial needs to have... the tutorial should probably have, like, some sort of... What's the word I'm looking for? Something similar to the modern XCOM games. Where it's like, hey, here's this first section of the game that's just kind of guided and walks you through the game. Like, walks you through at least one of each functions. And be like, hey, yo, Queenie, you might want to start off by giving more harvester ants. I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Also, Nova, from your feedback, I made the intro playable with a bit more context lore. Okay, good. Looking forward to seeing that. This game should have aliens and guns, you right? Well, it's got, I mean, from the ants' perspective, it has at least aliens. Yeah. So, what harvester gets you 3 food, and then I think that's for every harvester that goes out. When they come back, you get 50% of the, there's a 50% chance per ant where you get a leaf, which is pretty cool. Now, I don't need to expand or build anything right now. And mostly because I'm stuck just trying to get like a stable food supply. So there isn't really much point in me trying to get anything else here. So yeah, the first thing that you need to build is either the nursery or the food storage. I went with the nursery first because I needed to make sure that I was getting ants at a steady rate. Okay, I think we're good now. 9, 18, 27. 27 food, that's not great. 33. I think that's fine. And then we'll just start building our forces here. Oh yeah, okay, so you can assign harvester, worker, or soldier to attack power. You know, before you get into your first fight, who knows what this is. Worker, 100% building speed. Again, I don't know what that does. I'm not gonna lie, actually, because when I first played this game, I thought that every worker ant that you made increased this number here. That's not correct. But if you're short on resources, or if your colony is getting too large, time to trim the herd. So you can either take away some eggs to gain some food. You get two food per egg. And then every other type of ant, you can get 1 resource of each. Which is great. I think we're all right on food supply now. So I'm just going to do... Yeah, just going to do that. Now, this food supply, every day, this is going to go down based on the amount of... and this doesn't really tell you this. The game doesn't really tell you this. You have to go look this up. But the amount of food that drops, I think it was like, what is it? 1 ant per... What is it? Like 1 ant per... Come on, where are you? Okay, I know I saw this somewhere. It was like 1 ant consumes 1 food every day, and then your queen consumes, 5 every day until you level her up. Alright, and then slide roll. Yeah. So yeah, first priority is to get the harvesters and then the soldiers in. And then once you can reliably defend yourself, this is where you can start focusing on the workers. Because one thing that I actually really do appreciate is that you're not told exactly what's going to be attacking you. So you're kind of left to decide, okay, how much resources should I allocate between harvester and soldier? Because by the way, you can't change them. Once you commit an ant to a role, they're there for life. So you can't just suddenly turn all your harvesters into soldiers right before the enemy assault comes. So you have to make a commitment. Hey, 10, welcome in. Egg Cannibal Simulator. Yeah. This is real cute. I love their silly bobs. Yep. Yep. And then, alright, just one last little bit of soldiers before we go in. Okay, now let's see what a fight is. So, soldier is 2 attack power. I have 10 soldiers. What this actually means is that I have 20 attack power. Alright, let's go. Battle time. Defend your queen for 5 turns. 35 damage. Okay. There we go. That's 20 damage. And then you lose 1 ant every time he attacks. Wow. That was actually pretty nicely done. Not gonna lie, that didn't happen the first couple times. This was the first time I actually was able to beat an enemy my first attack, my first fight. Because, yeah, I'm trying. Because I just wasn't sure what to do. Okay, but now I have a respectable force. My goal now is I need to build a food storage, which means I need 1 worker ant. So screw it, I'm gonna do all 3 because that's just, hopefully that's gonna make it go by faster. Yeah. It's always termites. I'm so mad. My Chromebook didn't reset yet. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Oh, I screwed up. Yeah, so that's the thing. When you don't have enough food, your ants will die. And the amount that dies depends on how short you were on food. So yeah, rookie mistake. Yep, rookie mistake. But hey, that's the nature of these kinds of games. You can try something different every time. Also, hey, Fake Coffee, welcome in. How you doing? But hey, once I have, oh yikes, I'm not even halfway done yet. Okay, we got 3 more. Harvesters, you go. Because once I get that expanded food storage, life will be much easier. Not gonna lie, my first time through this game, I wasn't sure what I was doing. I did the resource allocation all wrong. I think I made a mistake. Oh yeah, that's right, because it costs food to assign roles. Yeah. Well then. Okay, well. As long as we have 1 worker, we will be fine. There we go. Now we got more food. All right, now we got the storage. So I think we should wait a day before we can. What is it? Okay, I need 100 food and Queen Room level 2. Yeah, all right. I need a lot of soil. Okay, so I'm gonna wait a day because I don't want to use 9 food. Ah, there we go. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, more ants are gonna die if I didn't do that. Bruh. Oh, right, yeah, because I don't have the food to allocate. Okay, cool. So we just have a bunch of freeloader ants here. Fair enough. Then we will just let that happen. Come on back anytime. Anytime. Okay, let's do the math. 17, 18, 19, 22. Okay, so that's 4 food left over. I can get 1 more. And then after that, then that will be a problem. I'm also concerned that the enemy assault meter is getting higher and I need more soldiers. What? I guess I miscalculated. Okay. Cool. I think I'm going to fail this run. But once I actually understood what was going on, I did make it all the way to day, I think it was like 57. And then that's when my hour ran out. I'm confused. What are you confused about? Do I really have to buy RPG Maker to actually make games? Are you talking about RPG Maker games or just games in general? Because if it's the latter, then no. 21. Uh-oh. That's not going to be enough. 18, 19, 20. That's going to be 23 food. Uh-oh. Okay, sacrifice. There we go. Nobody else has to die. I can just sacrifice a few of these fodder ants. There we are. Much better. I just bought the school Chromebook. Now I need to wait for it to reset. Then why does it cost money on Steam? What does that have to do with making games? If you've already bought RPG Maker, then you shouldn't have to buy it a second time. As long as you have your account. I guess it depends on where you got it from. Because if you got it from Steam, then you just need to log into your Steam account on your new Chromebook. Then you should be good. I mean, why does RPG Maker cost money? Because it's a product. I think I'm confused on your situation here. Okay, let me just buff up my defenses. Okay, hopefully I... Damn it! Okay, time for a fight. Let's see where that goes. Okay, thankfully we're moving one. This is going to be rough. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna survive this. Thankfully, I don't need to... Sorry, I don't think I'm gonna win, but thankfully I don't need to win, I just need to survive. And hey, you know what? All this is doing wonders for my ant population, you know? The more that die, the fewer mouths I need to feed. So, you know. It's fun. It's all... Listen, this is all part of the plan, right? All part of my giant galaxy brain. Everything that I'm doing is completely and totally 100% intentional. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now, this is where things get a little odd, because on one hand, there's a lot of waiting that we're doing. Waiting for food to come back so we can do more stuff. Waiting for the eggs to come up. A lot of vital info, which is obfuscated, which is one of my main complaints. Let's see. I both agree and disagree. I feel like a lot would be fixed if you were just given a push in one direction. Because there are very clearly bad ways to start this game. Right? Like if you start off by putting all of your initial ants into soldier. Like, yeah, that's just a bad idea. Right? So I feel like if the game just kind of gave you a nudge to get you in a more comfortable spot. Like if you enable tutorial, be like, hey, get yourself a bunch of harvesters. You will be glad you did. That would put you in a position where you could, let's see. Yeah, that would put you in a position where you could kind of give yourself a little bit of flexibility on what you want to do from here now. And that, I think, is the biggest problem with the game. Because if you front load too much stuff, like, you're not going to remember most of it. Heck, this is like my 4th run of this game, and I've already forgotten what's shown on the tutorial. So maybe it should get you started with like a goal. Be like, hey, recommended. Start off by working towards a food storage. How you get there is completely up to you. Or maybe recommended. Start off by building a nursery to get you more eggs. Because the game enables a tutorial that you could skip, if you don't want that, then you can just ignore it and just move on. I forgot if we've already consumed our food for the day. Whatever, I'm putting everything in the harvester. I bought a school Chromebook. However, it can't download RPG Maker because it hasn't been reset yet. Once it has been reset, how can I download RPG Maker on my school Chromebook for free? If you're asking me to tell you how to pirate RPG Maker, I'm not going to answer that. You have not answered people's inquiries about whether or not you bought it. I think for obvious reasons, I'm not going to tell you how to pirate a software. That's just not going to happen. So if you've already bought it, then you should log into the account that you used to buy it, and then you should be able to get it again. Okay, I think at this point now we are good. I only bought the school Chromebook. So you've never bought RPG Maker? Then you're going to have to buy it. Or you can try the trial. I don't know if there's a free trial for... there was a free trial for Unite. I don't know if that's still going on, but... I'm sure there are other engines have a free trial going on for them right now. At some point. But no, like, the program is not free. You have to buy that. That's how this all works. Yeah, this is not Unity. Wait. Unity's subscription, right? It's been a while. Back when I used Unity at school, it was free to download and use. Yeah. I don't know if that's still the case. I haven't used Unity since I graduated college. And now we continue on. So what's my goal now? Food storage level 1? I don't think I need to worry about that right now. Because, I mean, I'm not even hitting the cap right now, so... I can go for a nursery. Once I wait for... So this whole time I was thinking of buying the free trial. You can't buy something that's free unless you're getting scammed. Okay. Whoops. Also, I'm not sure what... You can't save now, the ants are busy. The ants are always busy. So I'm not sure what exactly causes the save command to lock up. Not gonna lie. That's a little bit weird to me. Okay, soldier. So what are we doing here? Colony? I don't have enough soil for that. To get soil, I need to build stuff. So that means building is next on my list. I think leaf storage was a pretty good one. Let's do... I don't know. I think I've been doing all right on my... Well, yeah, we need to play the long game. So yeah, I need to wait for... 5, 7... No, that's gonna kill some ants if I try to build the nursery now. Let's just go for leaf storage. Okay, now we just wait. I should have, wow, used those ants. Oh crap, now we're losing 2 ants. Yeah, this game definitely has the XCOM thing, where it's like the enemies are going to keep getting stronger and they're not going to wait for you to catch up. Wait, how many turns did I have to... Is that a 1 or a 7? Oh crap, that is a 6. And that's my whole forces wiped. Which means now my queen's taking damage. I like how it doesn't actually give you your queen's HP. It's just like, okay, now you're doing the EKG thing. So I like the tension that it brings out. It's like, can I survive the next hit or can I not? Ah, crap. And that's that. The Ant Queen is dead. Rip. It would be nice if they gave you an indicator of what enemy is attacking next, since it is random. Hard to prepare when you don't know what's coming. To be honest, I actually think that plays to the game's strength. I like the tension that comes up. Like saying, hey, if you don't know you're ready. I like the uncertainty that brings you. It's like going into a brand new room in a survival horror game. Like a classic Resident Evil game. You don't know what's in there. So you have to decide how much of your limited inventory should you take your weapons? How much should you devote to weapons? And how much empty spaces you should leave to pick up whatever items are in there. So yeah, I think that's alright. I understand where you're coming from, but personally, I don't find that a problem. Add every version of RPG Maker to your wish list. Eventually, Steam will make one of them free. I got XP and VX Ace for free. That's how you do it. Yeah, I'm John Erico with the strats. Okay. instructions, blah, blah, blah. We know how that all works. I couldn't skip that, by the way. Skip the tutorial? Yes. All right, we know what we're doing now. All right, we're going to give it one more try, and then that'll be it for this one. So now we have to do the other weird thing, which is wait. Once the game actually picked up, like after the second or so fight, then yeah, you're constantly making decisions at a mile a minute. But I think that comes at the cost of the initial game, where you're just kind of sitting there, especially when you already have a plan, right? I think the slow pace is great for your initial playthrough because you're still just trying to look around and see what your options are. But once you have your plan, this is unfortunately kind of boring. Because I know what I want to do. I want to go for the food storage now, which means I just have to wait for these eggs to appear. Like, come on. Like, I get it. I feel like it wouldn't hurt the game to just have like an initial 3 ants that you can just go ahead and get started with. Because yeah, it's all harvester all the time. Nova. How many games do you got to go through? This is part 15. It will be over when it's over. Remember, these, I guess, yeah, I forgot to give my little disclaimer here. This is not a live judging session. Every game that I'm going to show off on stream is a game that I've already played before, which means that I've already scored. I've already scored these games. And what happens here is not going to change the score one way or the other. So I'm not going to play every single game that I had judged, right? I'm just playing games that stuck out to me for one reason or another. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. The other judges are doing their thing. Some of them are, most of them are live streaming their whole process. That's fine. That's just not how I wanted to do things. I like to just like sit down and just like really concentrate on the game, because I like streaming, I like hanging out with you guys, I like chatting, but you guys only, like, I mean, you yourself, Rag, you always get on my case being like, hey, Nova, stop over-explaining things and just move on. It's like, yeah, I get that. That doesn't really work well for a judging process. So that's why I decided to run this the way that I did. I think it worked out pretty well. In my completely biased opinion. So, but yeah, again, we're just kind of waiting. On one hand, this is a nice, you could call this like a good stream game, right? Because while you're waiting, you can just kind of lean back and just chat with chat and all that, which, you know, it's pretty neat. But yeah, like after the next couple of fights, like we're going to be locked in. We're going to have to try and figure out how we're going to run this. But yeah. Gameplay. This is optimal gameplay that I'm doing right here. At least 2. Yeah. You know, there was, I think when we first started off, there were like 3 games that I was doing every stream, but yeah, we had to cut back on that. And yeah, like when one type of ant is very clearly what you need to start with, I do think it is kind of weird that you have all these choices at the very start. It's like, yeah, but how many players are actually going to go all in on the worker ants, you know, at the very start? I don't remember how many ants I needed that I got. How many harvester ants did I set before I switched over to something else in my best playthrough? So I guess we'll just keep going from there. Okay, so nursery gives us 1 extra egg every day, which is a really good one, but that's going to require a lot of food. And another suggestion for the dev: there is no indicator on these resources whether or not you've hit the maximum. So, let's see. What do we have right here? Yeah, that just gives you how many that we have a day, expand, and capacity. Yeah, so this just says, so in a couple of different, what is it? Yeah, a couple of different, what is it? Options. It gives you like the current and then the next level up. I wish they would do that here for food storage, because I wouldn't know that we initially have 50 maximum for food, and then I think it was like 30 maximum for leaves. We just didn't know. Yeah, that would be a good thing to have X out of X for everything you level up. The queen or something. Yeah. I mean, we do that for, yeah, like the queen. Because you have it here. So clearly the tech is there. I just don't know why this wasn't applied for food storage. Or, like, leaf storage. I mean, granted, once you, like, it gives you the next max capacity. And it takes like a run or two to figure out, like, oh, this is what you have to do. This is how much you have. But yeah, it's part of that user friendliness that I think this game kind of misses. Okay, so now that I'm hitting the max, I think I can just go ahead and devote everything to soldiers. And then after our first fight, I will work on... yeah, food storage. So I will need one worker ant, and there we go. Oh, okay. And then we just can't save anymore. Actually, I don't even know if there's an autosave. I don't remember seeing any kind of autosave icon, which means maybe I can still go back to my my better playthrough. That would be neat. Okay, and then... there we go. That should let us survive the first encounter. Alright, let's see what happens. For 5 turns. So that's 16 damage. 14. Okay, yeah, we're gonna win this next one. And you're done. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm 90% certain that soil, like, how else could we have gotten soil? Because I thought that the tutorial said, unless I'm mistaken, that the tutorial said that you could get soil from defeated enemies as well. I'm gonna have to double check that one. But... okay, so build. Let's build food. Oh, right. Yeah. Worker. I think we just need one worker. Yeah, I don't think having more workers is going to make this food storage thing build any faster. Maybe a chance. If that's the case, then I don't agree with that, because fights are very, very taxing. I feel like we need more than just a temporary food boost, because we spend a long time preparing for this enemy assault. So if we somehow manage to get up... make it out on top, then I feel like we deserve a little bit more than just a chance of getting 10 extra soil. Then again, it's not like soil is used... oh, come on. Yeah, I don't want to build, but can I at least see what's around here? Alright, I guess not. Colony is at half capacity already. Alright. So 30. If I don't get 30 food back... okay. How many... Okay, I get 3. Okay, 16, 32, and then 58. Okay, cool. So I get 58 food. Was my math right there? 16, 32, 42. Yeah, 58. Well, I mean, it's going to be 50 because I haven't had the upgrade yet. Come on, hurry up. There we are. So at this point, I don't really know why else I would use the workers until I'm ready to get that 51, but that's going to be a while. Oh, you know, actually, I think I can go ahead and build the leaf storage. Oh, nope, not anymore. That's a nope. Then what should I build next? Should I build the nursery or should I build the leaf storage? Should probably build the leaf storage because, okay, so here's where it gives you the queen's health, 5 damage, 5 health, but you need 50 leaves to heal 1 HP. Alternatively, if you level up the queen, then that instantly heals her, which is great. That's what you want to see. So now we just have to keep planning our projects. I really like the task room, but that's going to take a couple more upgrades before we're good for that. Leaf storage. Yeah, I think we should go with leaf storage. So let's do 5 for 1 HP. That's a ripoff. Well, it encourages you to not screw up. You can prevent all of this. Wait, what? Ah, crap. You can prevent that by buffing up your forces enough so that the enemies don't even get to the queen. So yeah, I do appreciate that. It's just like, hey, it's going to be pretty steep to heal your queen, so maybe don't get that queen in the in a bad position in the first place. Okay, now we're doing this. I kind of wish I knew if... Yeah, it's... So, does 4 workers make this go by faster or not? That is one of the weird things that... I think, Stoic, that's what you were talking about when you said that this game, like, obscures some information. Like, I would assume that the more workers that you have, the faster projects go, but that is just an assumption on my part. Ah, crap. And we're dead. We're dying. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll skip the next generation. It's okay. We can just make more babies. We can eat the ones that we already have. They're just babies anyway, like, who cares? There we go. Now we got our food. 23, 28. Okay, we're good. Yeah, you got to be doing some math for this game. You got to, like, try and calculate how much food cost is going to be, because yeah, the game doesn't tell you. There's no meter, there's no like indicator that gives you like your total food costs every day. So you have to take the colony, because it's one food per ant, and then you have to add that right there, and then you just got to make sure that you get that. Make sure you got to check that. Uh-oh. Come on, please hatch, please hatch, please hatch. Hurry up. Crap. Alright, well, let's see if we got it. Okay. 14. Okay, yeah, we got this. Actually. You got lucky? That's a weird way of spelling skill, but okay. Not a problem, Stoic. I got you. We all make those mistakes. Yeah, look at all that food. Alright, now we have... Now, I think the next attack is where we really screwed up, so we got to make sure that doesn't happen again. Okay, now leaf storage. We got plenty of leaves. That's good. I think the next time the harvesters come back, I can work on the nursery. One extra ant, that's going to help out quite a lot. Okay, task room. That's going to be the next one. Unlock the second ant classes. Yeah, basically it just powers up the ants that you already have. I was scared about this for a second, but it turns out, yeah, by building the task room, all of your ants automatically class up. So you don't have to worry too much about replacing your old ones with the new ones. Okay, yeah, let's get ourselves another ant. Which also means I can't assign any roles right now. Kind of makes you wonder, like, what the design decision was by assigning a cost to role assignment. Because otherwise, these ants are just there, already going to be taking up food every day anyway. Wait, what? Okay, 9, 18, 27. Okay, so that's just one, though. I'm going to be all right. 9, 18, 27, and then I'm going to get 27 food back, and then 20, and then 25 food. Okay, that will be what I want. So I'm going to lose 25 food right now. I don't need to sacrifice anything, because I can weather that. Oh, no I can't. No I can't. Uh-oh. Now I can. Well, that's concerning. So now the question becomes, what do I focus on? There we go. Do I want to... Okay, I don't want to sacrifice any ants right now. I think I should just hold on, wait for the next expedition to come back, and then just go hard on the harvesters. Kind of like what I did at the very beginning. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm going to get an extra ant every day. Oh crap, that means I'm going to get an extra ant every day. I have to feed an extra ant every day. Okay, 28. 2, 3. Okay, that's going to be 27. I'm going to lose 27 food today. That's not ideal. Crap, I was just about to go eat all the eggs. Uh-oh, wait. There we go. That should exactly deplete my food to 0. Awesome. I can math. But we're at a standstill, because I'm not going to be able to get any more. Alright, let me just eat all these eggs. Now we'll be alright. Okay, 8. That will help us out a little bit. Might as well. Just go all in. Alright, what are we doing now? 35. Okay, that's good. 35. And then 29. It's going to leave me with 6 more. So if I do 2 more harvesters, then I should be alright. Not liking how I need to focus more on the harvesters than the soldiers. But yeah, I need eat the eggs. Okay, let's do soldiers. Because I gotta be honest, I think if the next one is the same enemy that wiped me out last time, I'm actually woefully underprepared. You know what? We're not going to need these workers for a little bit. So let's just go ahead and devote that to more resources. Okay, anytime you wanna poop out an egg, Queen, that enemy assault bar is not getting any shorter. There you go. All right, now if you want to speed that process along, I would appreciate that. I don't think that's going to happen, sadly. All right, well, now we have to do the tried and true tactic of the wild, which is find God, find the ant god, and pray. Because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make this. Come on, please hatch, please hatch. Ah, crap. Well, it's been nice knowing you. I think we're dead. Or not. Wait, or not? Or not? Maybe we got this? Oh! Woo! All right, cool. See, that's why I think it's perfectly fine to not tell you what enemy's gonna come attack you next. Because you're just like, oh crap, oh crap. You're still nervous right up until the actual fight. Which I think is exactly... That puts you right in a... I don't want to do a games journalism here, but like it really does feel like you're an ant queen. It was like, oh god, did I make the right decisions? Did I give you the right forces? Wait, can I do extra? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, and now we're gonna get an extra ant every time. I think we're on a good trajectory now. We might actually be here for way more than an hour if we keep going at this rate. Okay, so I need the queen room level 2. What's the queen room? How do I get the queen? Okay. So for that, I need 50 soil and then 5 ants. I do not have those. Okay. So in that case, 15, 30, 45. I'm going to get 45. That's plenty. I'm just going to keep building my forces. Or just split them. I don't think I need workers right now. I really don't. Right now, I'm just going to be too busy trying to survive. Who knows what else... Excuse me. Who knows what else I need to do. Okay. And I've got plenty of room to maneuver, right? I'm going to get far more ants. 90... Yeah, I need to I need to defeat an enemy again. Then I can get myself some soil. No, I need to build again. Then I can get myself some soil. What do I do? I think I think the food storage is where I need to go. In which case, crap. I do need more worker ants. One more worker ant, then I'll be all right. Up, there we go. Ask and ye shall receive. Now, do I want to... Excuse me. Sorry, I got something in my throat today. Okay, I've got plenty of these. Okay, 6. Okay, I can get myself 2 more soldiers. Yeah. I did not expect to see an Ant Queen twerking when opening Nova Stream. Well, that's the joy. You know, you pop in a Nova Stream, you never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes it's game dev, sometimes it's twerking ants. Okay, so I'm missing 1. 46, 47, 48. That's one more soldier. I should have put in another worker. There you are. Give me that egg, and then there you go, another harvester. Okay, so once we have... I wish I could see at least see the options. Because, you know, all this time that I'm spending waiting, I could be looking at these costs and just kind of planning ahead. But no, I can't do that, sadly. Okay, convert dead ants into soil, which is great. I really like that. But that's 50 ants. No, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Okay, task room, I really want that. So I have max capacity of 200. Huh, okay. Actually, oh, I don't need worker ant. There's no worker ant minimum, so I've met the requirements for this. Okay, that's gonna be my next goal. So I think I actually need to just kind of hang back, chill. Draft some more ants. So that's my next goal. My next goal is to build the task room. Because that's going to really boost my... Oh, shoot, yeah. Colony. Oh, shoot, I need to get 5 more ants. But do I wait for the colony expansion now? Or do I bolster my soldier count? Actually, I don't think it's going to matter. Because there's no way that egg is going to hatch. Oh, crap, it did. Soldier. There we go. I think we're good. Alright, let's go. What do you got? Yeah. Oh, come on. You couldn't wait. Wow, if that guy, if that termite attacked like a millisecond earlier, the rest of my ants wouldn't have starved. Ah, man, that makes me sad. Okay. That's all right, though. So now we just have to wait. Okay, I'm going for the colony expansion now. So once those eggs hatch, do I sacrifice those ants or do they just... It's weird that I need normal ants. I don't understand that. Because if we're going to expand the colony, you would think that that would require worker ants, but... Oh. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I met the minimum requirement, but now that I have the minimum requirement of regular ants, they're not consumed, which means I can just assign them. Okay. Not sure why the requirement was for regular ants. I feel like that was a mistake. I feel like that should have been worker ants. But hey, whatever. Because I feel like I just did an exploit right now. Also, by the way, a little note. Because of my own ineptitude, my first time through, just a little note for the dev. If your worker ants die out because of a food shortage mid-construction job, the construction job is actually frozen in place. I don't know if that's a bug or a feature, but I feel like if the job was halfway done, because the problem is I can't look at the rest of these. I can't look at the rest of my options until I assign another worker ant, which just feels kind of weird to me. Okay, 47. Oh, I got plenty. All right, soldier. Soldier, 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 soldier. Okay, because next up I need... Man, that one extra ant every day makes a huge difference. It's crazy. Actually, you know what? Okay, so I need 100 food, and then I need to upgrade the queen room. Right. But no, task room goes first. Okay, so now we just have to wait for the ants to come back from the expedition, and then I can build the task room. Anytime the ants want to come back, that would be great. Yeah. Oh, okay. There goes the... I do find it kind of weird that the food cost was not consumed right at the start of the day. It's one of those things that, like, I guess it makes sense once you get used to it, but that just, my brain has a tough time parsing that. It's like, no, just at the start of the day, just consume the food, and then you have whatever's left you can mess with for the rest of the day. Kind of makes me wonder, like, why... crap. It just kind of makes me wonder, like, why... Why did the devs choose to have the food consumption, like, right here at that phase of the day? Not knocking it, just I'd like to know. Okay, so 60, I think. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. And then... So 75. That's going to be 130. That is not nearly enough. I was a little too active when I assigned roles. Nah, whatever. Yay, thanks for the leaf that we can't use. Okay, I'm just gonna, like, chill out now. Maybe not. More enemies are coming, and I'm not able to upgrade my classes, so I might actually just go nuts with this assignment. We'll just see where this ends up. Now, yeah, this is the part of the game where I remember saying, like, now decisions are happening a mile a minute. Like, my brain is now trying to parse, like, all the possible options that are available to me right now, and then trying to figure out which is the best one. And, like, yeah, all right, now we're actually making some choices, as opposed to what we were doing before, which is, oh, well, there we go. Just kind of waiting for us to gain resources. Okay, I think we're... Yeah, there's no way we're going to be able to get the rest of this in time, so there you go. I think 30... I don't think I've ever had 30 soldiers before. That's going to be cool. We're definitely going to make it this time. Which is great, because I could use that extra food. 6. Oh, that's going to wipe out, like, almost all their... Yeah. Wow! Whoa! And you're taking out 3 ants. Okay, yeah. Boy, I'm glad I bolstered my defenses. Alright, now we get more food, and then combine that with what we're going to get back from the expedition. And we will be good to... Yeah, that's what I like to see. Okay, once we do that, all of our... We're going to have a big class up moment, which means we're going to get way more food. So I think it was like, now we're going to get, with the upgraded class, we're going to get more food. Projects are going to take quicker, and then now my soldiers are going to have 3 attack power. Which means that every I'm going to use... What? Right, I wasn't paying attention. You know what, that's fine. Small sacrifices for the greater good. But yeah, so you know how much damage you're going to inflict on enemies by just multiplying the number of soldier ants that you have with their attack power. So 21 times 2, 42. I'm going to inflict 42 damage on every enemy. But once we upgrade... Oh yeah, it's going to be a while. Yeah, 60% still. You know, this would make for a very good idle game, except for one slight problem. No, the game did not... Well, I mean, technically speaking, the game did just freeze, but... I wish there was a way that... I don't know if it's because of the engine, but if you click out of the window, I feel like effort should be made to keep the game running. Because when you're doing a lot of waiting, this would be a great time for you to just kind of click off and just check something else. You know? If you wanted to have this kind of... idle gameplay. Though ideally... You wanted to have some kind of engagement that keeps you in here. Benny and I said the same thing. Yeah, and again, it really depends. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we have Farmer, which gives us 4 food, and then a 75% chance of a leaf. And then Constructor, 150% building speed, and then Gladiator, 3 times attack power. So now we're gonna do 63 damage for every to every enemy until we start losing ants, which is great. Question though, do they still consume 1 food per day? That much I need to figure out. 84, okay. 7, 3, 2, 29. Okay, wait, 55, 60. Okay, so it's 60. So 24. If they still consume 1 food per day, that'd be 24. Yeah, okay, cool. So, either way, it's up to the dev to decide how much, if they want to keep the idle gameplay. I suspect that they would like some kind of idle gameplay, but at the same time, I'm not sure if that's the best idea, because now that we're at this stage of the game, we're at day 35, we are locked in, right? We are making decisions, we are weighing possibilities. So, I'm not 100% convinced that we need to have idle gameplay all the time. But I think it would be a good idea for the dev to consider it. I just realized I was letting my freeloader ants just kind of mellow out. And no, we're not going to do that. Oh crap. I just realized what I was doing. I was like, wait, no. Something wasn't right. But that's all right. Once the expedition comes back, we will get a bunch of food, and then we will be just fine. I forgot about all the food cost. Oh no! Oh no! It costs 5 food now to assign a role. Well then. Okie dokie. Stop throwing? Listen, I'm just setting up challenges for myself, right? Yeah, it doesn't tell you that it's going to increase the cost. Which, granted, I don't think there's enough room in here to really tell you this. But yeah, that was a shock. Completely forgot about that. So it's going to be 20 food to assign all these roles. Yeah, I think I'm just going to wait for the expedition to come back. This is still a lot of damage, though. 3 times 18. It's 24. 54, I want to say. Yeah, that's 54 damage. That's still a lot. Not quite what I had before, but... Okay, 50, so it's going to be 55. Wait, 54? 59, sorry. Okay, I'll wait for the food cost to drop, and then I will assign rolls depending on what's left. Oh, there's plenty. Yeah, we got this. 75 damage. Yeah, we got this. 78. defend the queen for 10 turns, huh? Yeah, but... Oh. Yeah, but you don't mind if I just kill him turn 1, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, I'm a beast. I am the queeniest of queen ants. Okay, so what's my next goal? Nursery, level up. I want to get... Do I want to get more? Or do I want... I don't have soil. But I will get more soil by doing... Oh, right. There's a third ant class. Did anyone ever make it to the third ant class? I was never able to. I think I need to start off with another nursery. And I just made that realization as I no longer have the food cost to make it. Hey, Looney, welcome in. How you doing? This is awesome. This is, in fact, very awesome. Yeah, all right. So then, what's our next objective? I want the nursery, because I want to start producing more ants. Oh, crap. I think I let some food go to waste. That's not good. What do I do, though? I'm already at capacity for food, but... you know what? I should probably start building more... Yeah, start the slow but steady pace to getting more construction workers, because I need... Oh, yeah, food storage, I need 20 worker ants. Oh, do I do it now? Do I do it now? No. Can't do it now. Whew, boy, it's a good thing I chose not to do that. That would have, like, wiped out half of my colony had I went for that nursery. All right. So, what's the next step then? Expand. I think Queen Room is going to be the next one. Which means I need to serve... What? Not sorry. I need to build more, though. So Queen Room is my next long-term goal, but... do I do it now? No. If I get the nursery right now, I'm not going to be able to afford. Screw it. Yeah. That's going to be... We can skip a generation. It's not that big a deal. I think I may have skipped... I didn't kill enough of my family. That may have been a mistake, but all right. It's all good, you know. The corpses of the family that trusted me all stare at me in the face, but it's all right, you know. You move forward, you learn from your mistakes. Halfway done. Oh, right, yeah, because of the farmer. Okay, we got plenty of food. Well, I was about to say I can't do anything right now. I really wish I could at least see these options so I can, like, keep planning. There we go. That's another egg that I'm gonna get now. So, oh, I can do this now. Sure, yeah, why not? Now we just wait. Okay, that's plenty. Yeah. Wait. No, I'm leveling up the queen room, not the queen. Because yeah, that's gonna... Ooh boy, yeah, that's gonna boost my... by leveling up the queen, that's gonna boost the food that I consume every day. But I don't have to worry about that right now. I like how there's ants with assault rifles, as if that's how we're gonna do that, because in actual combat we just spew out acid. keep on waiting. Nice. That's an upgraded queen room. Which means the next upgrade will be for the queen. Not yet, though. We do not have the food to survive a queen level up. Okay, come on. Eat your food for the day, and then I will spend what's left on the soldiers. Okay. I think we're going to one-shot the next thing that comes our way, so we'll be good. We will be all right now. What the hell is that? I've never seen that before. Oof, 3 damage. Okay, we'll be alright. You know, appreciate the larva for, you know, controlling my population. I was like, what, 6 ants that I no longer have to feed? And I get food out of it in the process. This was a win-win, to be honest. Okay, so in that case, what do we build now? Yeah, let's go ahead and level up the queen. Yeah. Oh, that was instant. Oh, nice. Okay. Now we get a bunch more eggs to play around with. It also means that it's going to cost more every day. So I really need to... Okay, how much is it now? 10 food a day. So 56 plus 10, 66. So I need to maintain 66 food no matter what I do now. I think I can manage that. Alright. I think that won't be a problem. Okay, 71. $72, 70. Oh wait, no, it's all gonna be the same. 71, yeah, we'll be fine. Okay, cool. This is by far the best run I've done so far. I don't think I've had this many ants in my colony at once. I made it to day 54 before I finally croaked. And I remember games like these having, I can't remember where I learned the term from, but it was called a cascade failure. It was actually no, okay, if I remember, I don't know if anyone here remembers the best friends, the super best friends. I used to be really big into them back when they were still, you know, around. But they were saying that the developers of XCOM 2 really liked a mod for the first XCOM, for Enemy Unknown. And I think it was called The Long War. And the idea behind that mod was, I think the term that was used in that mod was called cascade failure, which means that your mistake is going to compound into the next mistake, which is going to snowball into the next mistake. And you make one mistake, which in a game like XCOM, you're going to make. And then you're going to spend the rest of your game struggling to keep up. So like, if you are perfectly on point at all times, you will have a pretty comfortable time. But the moment you make one mistake, it's just, you will always be that much behind. And I feel like a game like this operates under a similar principle. So it's like, yeah, I feel really good now, but I do remember in my run when I made it to day 54, where it's like, yeah, I'm barely able to keep up. Like every time an enemy comes, it always completely wipes out my force. Always. And I spend the rest of the meter desperately trying to build it back up just to survive the next encounter. And I'm barely able to do it. So I appreciate a kind of game like this that offers a very similar philosophy. I think I screwed up. Okay, 75, 85. 60. Okay, no, it's all good. 30, 60. So I'm going to get 120 food now. So 75, 85. Yeah, okay. Good. Whew. Oh, uh-oh. 82, 92. Okay, cool. I just got to remember not to do that. Yeah, okay. We're good. We're good. $13. Okay. Let's just do more farmers. Why not? You know, I don't think I need all these eggs. Give myself a couple more farmers, yeah. Did you ever play the ant colony game for the SNES back in the day? No, I did not. I didn't even know there was a ant colony game for the SNES. Despite the slander that Wind Rider spreads about me, I'm not that old. Yeah. Right. Like, I jumped into video games around the time the Genesis was around. Fuck. Wait, that's the same generation, isn't it? Oh, no. Wait a minute. Okay, can we all just pretend I didn't just say that? Can we all just move on and just forget that the last 45 seconds ever existed? When I started that sentence, I was thinking to myself, yeah, I remember the GameCube was the console that I really set into, which that is true. And then I remembered that technically my first game console was a Sega Genesis. And I was like, oh, wait, okay, that's fine. It's just a harmless correction. And then I was like, wait, no. No, it actually is not a harmless correction. Oh, no. Ah! Okay, so anyway. Oh, battle time. Okay, yeah, not a problem. So what are we going to do now? Termite warrior, huh? Ooh, look at that HP go down. I appreciate that. Ooh, barely able to hold on. And then one more. Boom. Just piss on him. Piss on him and then you're great. Got a bunch of food. And then we can start on another work project, which will be... Uh-oh, I need to make a choice. Yeah, there it is. Leaf storage. Yeah. I had to choose something really quick because I was about to gain a whole bunch of food that would have been wasted otherwise. Okay, 93, 103. Okay, I need to expand the colony again. Huh. So as long as I keep it under 103, I will be all right. Okay. Woo! That was close. That was super close. Oh, wow. Yeah, we don't need this next generation. Just eat the eggs. Well, it's all good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't feel like these, I don't feel like the number of construction worker ants is actually making a difference in the build project. Because I notice a difference in speed, but that's just because of the extra class. But that's really it. Okay, so I need... What do I have right now? 500 food. Oh boy, okay, I think I can... Okay, once the expedition comes back, I should be able to upgrade the food storage. Because I got the ants for it now. What does it take to upgrade? Okay, 500 food. That's a lot of food. Yeah. Task room. Oh, jeez. Okay, how many leaves can I store? 100. I need to upgrade the leaf storage again. Oh, wow. Okay, so food is definitely top priority. Okay, I need to... 91, 101, that's not good. Damn it. I didn't kill enough kids in time. That's a shame. Good idea to keep it to one screen so you can actually do all the art in time? Well, I mean... You're not wrong, technically, but there's a lot of art that's going on in here. There's a lot of art going on in this one screen. So I can definitely respect that. Okay, let's... I think we need to kill some more kids. Do we need to kill some more kids? Well, too late. I was about to say I was going to get way more food if I killed the eggs. I guess not. That's alright. 84. Just... Alright, fine. Hang on. I had a feeling as soon as I said that, I was like, yeah, someone's going to take that as a quote. And of course it would be rhyme. I think you meant to say kids, plural. But yeah, there we go. By the way, Stoic and all the new people here, this is how quotes get added. I just say some insane shit and then a couple of little jokers in chat are just like, all right, I'm going to immortalize that. Wait, did that not go in? Oh, whoops, I think I forgot this. I think there needed to be a space. Oh no, it was add quote. I don't even know my own commands. There we go. Yeah, there we go. We had to make sure that got in. Oh, there it is. Hey, Nightbot's actually doing its thing. Lol. Oh. That's not spamming. Yeah, that's why I had that thing deleted, because, yeah, that's silly. Okay, I disabled that. You should be fine now. I was doing that because I wanted to try and get Fortuna. To see if Nightbot would ban Fortuna, but I guess not. Okay, so what are we doing now? Time has progressed and I was not paying attention, so I gotta figure out what's going on. Okay, what's the next colony upgrade? I need 100 soil, 15 ants, 15 freeloader ants. Okay, I'm almost there. Well, maybe I can... Whoops. Oh, did not mean to do that. Maybe I can kill some of these other ants. Get my hands on some more soil. And solves the feeding problem. I think that helps out quite a lot, actually. There we go. Got my soil. Now, once I have the freeloader ants, I'll be good to go. And now I've made it. This is now the furthest I've ever made it. Because I died on day 54, so yeah. Has anyone been keeping track of how long this run-through was taking? Because this is definitely over an hour, I feel. Okay, 90. Colony level 2. Oh, crap. I forgot to... whatever. Alright, let's see what you got. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of damage. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. 45. Is this gonna do it? Uh-oh. Oh, we're in trouble. We are actually in trouble. Oh, we are not gonna be able to beat this. Oh god, I didn't save. I didn't think to save. I didn't think to save. Oh no. How much health does the queen have? Thankfully, it only takes out 1 HP. Okay, it's still okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm still okay. Three more turns. I can do this. No. Oh god, please survive. Please survive. One hit. Yes! Oh my god, I survived! By how much? 1 health. 1 health. Wow. Okay. Alright, we got this. Okay, first thing first. Everyone's getting conscripted. No one is safe. Absolutely no one is safe. Let me guess, that was skill? That was 100% skill. Who was the one who designated all those gladiators? Me. And who was the one who decided to go for the queen upgrade? Me. If that's not skill, I don't know what is. Frankly. So I will accept your compliment. The noises coming out of your mouth suggest otherwise. Don't worry about those. That was me adjusting my chair. I was leaning back, and yeah, it caused the chair to squeak. So that's all that was. Okay, 30. I'm gonna need more. Definitely gonna need more. Okay, 46. Okay, so what's the next? Well, yeah, we're... Colony. I wanted to upgrade the colony. I have the soil for that, but I don't think that's going to work now. Because I need to wait for 15... I really got to focus on the... Okay, wait. How much am I bringing in every day? That's not a lot. Alright, let's just make the math easier. Okay. 120. So I'm going to bring in 120 units of food every day. It's going to cost 93 to maintain the colony every day. Okay. It's going to cost 30 food to convert all this into soldiers. Which I can do easily. Yeah. Alright. I think we're good. See, look how quickly we replenished our forces. All that was the direct result of my smart decision making. So, yeah, you guys can cry all you want about how I don't know what I'm doing. You know, let me just go ahead and start spinning leaves. And just starting to heal the queen, because I get the feeling it's going to be a while before I can level up the queen again. Yeah, I need 50 workers. That's going to be a lot. How much for the task room again? Okay, that's... Yeah, alright, I'm going to need to... looks like now I'm going to have to bolster my construction worker. Which is kind of sad. If there's one real suggestion I can make for this game, I really wish that construction workers had more utility. Because right now they just don't. Like, soldiers have a pretty situational use, but you can tell when you need them. And you don't know how much you're going to need for the next enemy assault, so you want to bolster it as much as you feasibly can. There is a calculated benefit for every harvester ant, and that's a daily bonus. But the builder ants are just very situational. I just wish that there was something I could use them more on. Maybe I'm playing poorly. Maybe I should be doing more construction, more building, and I just haven't. But yeah, I feel like that's one thing I wish they would do. Like maybe the more ants that you generate, the more worker ants that you have, maybe soil, instead of a direct bonus after construction, maybe worker ants would just add soil to the count a little bit every day. Like every five construction ants, you would gain like a soil or something. Something to make me feel like these guys are not just lazing around doing nothing. Because that's what I think is going on right now. Okay, how many do I have now? 97, 107. Okay, I've got plenty to maintain. There was one that I needed. Wait. Leaf storage. Okay, so I need to upgrade leaf storage, and then yeah, I need. Oh yeah, this one's gonna take a while because. Let me just make the math easier for me. There we go. Everything else goes into construction workers. Wow, I already have 47 leaves? Wow, I'm going to get those back a lot quicker than I thought. Okay. So how many leaves am I going to get back now? 73. Okay. Not the best, but alright, sure. What was the next build? What was the next project that I can take on? Oh, that'll... Five turns. Oh. Huh. Ooh. That's still a lot of damage. But hey, more food for me. Good stuff. 71. Food storage, and then... Yeah, food storage is going to be the next priority here. So that means I need more constructors. Wow, it's already almost 8 o'clock. Sorry, 9 o'clock. I'm just now realizing that, yeah, maybe I need to switch to the next game. I mean, we've had one other stream where I only had one other, one game to play, to highlight. I guess this could be another one of those times. But I'm kind of addicted right now. Like, my brain is like I said, at this point in the game, like, it is hitting all the spots in my brain. And I'm just now realizing that I don't have... Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, now I need that. Bro's just obsessed with ants. I mean, are you not? I normally don't like ants, but, you know, this game is making me a believer. A believer in the ants. I need to level up my colony, but I don't have the capacity. Uh-oh. Do I actually have to... Oh, and they just die. Same thing happened to me. If I didn't have more gem games I'd be playing right now. Yeah. I almost thought you wanted to highlight this game for the whole stream. Okay, not gonna lie. I think that was because I thought I was going to die. Much sooner than I actually ended up doing. Like I said before, like, if the next time I die, that'll be it. But I guess that's just not gonna happen. Be honest, you just want to see the Ant Queen twerking. Yeah, sure. Got hooked on ants when I can learn they can farm aphids. Really? Huh. But yeah, this one, there are a couple of games that I really want to revisit after this jam is over. Yeah. This game, Attack on the Kingdom, that was another game that I really want to get back to. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. But now I'm just waiting for the chance for the save icon to appear, but I can't. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of these construction workers because I need the. Okay. There we go. Okay, now I need to just wait. So I need to wait like 2 whole cycles because I'm gonna get 7 ants here, and then I need 1 more ant because I need 15. Because that's just my luck, isn't it? I'm not gonna get exactly what I need the next day. Yeah. We need shy emote. Maybe. Or flushed. Who knows? If I'm ever in an artistic mood again, I might add another emote. Not like anybody uses the other one. Like, there are some emotes that we just don't use. Like the Prim emote, I think only Windrider uses that one. We could probably replace that with a shy emote. If I think you guys are going to use it. So we got a lot of... When will I be able to save? Even Twitch public emote doesn't have that? Oh, really? That's good, actually, because then then we can fill in the space. The missing space. Fill in the void that Twitch will not have. Come on, just hatch. Please, the ants are busy. The ants will always be busy. There will never be a time when the ants are not busy. Come on. Just pop out already. There we go. I'm gonna keep playing until I can actually save. Once I can save, then we'll go ahead and quit here. Because again, I honestly did not think I would make it this far. That's just what happens when you're too much of a pro. It really is. I am just an amazing gamer. And the haters will say whatever they want to say, but the facts are undeniable. Famous last word? Well, thankfully, I said way more than 1 word. So therefore, that will not work. Too scared he won't be able to real level 3. God, you are so insufferable. I know, it is one of my toxic traits, right? But hey, everyone's got some toxic traits to them. This one just happens to be mine. Okay, enemy assault. I think, yeah, let's just go ahead and bolster our defenses. Toxic traits make us unique. Now that's a quote. That is an absolute quote. Do you stream? Do you have the quote system on your stream? If you stream, because that is a perfect thing to put in. What the hell? Whoa! A boss? I forgot to heal my queen. 6? 6? Okay. Oh! Oh my god, 8! Oh! 7? How long do we have? 17 more turns in this? Oh my fucking god. I'm getting demolished! No way! No way! Oh! No! Okay, that's fine. I have a couple of hit points left. No, 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 no. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. But for how long? Yeah. Oh. Satsume, you did a great job. Yeah, that good job taking care of your ants. I mean, I did all right. You know, I did get farther than I ever did on this game. So yeah, that was an interesting one until you neglected the queen. The queen exists to serve the people. You know what? And the people failed the queen. Therefore, the queen failed the people. It's a symbiotic relationship that we have here. Nova was one battle away from beating the game. Do you think that was the case? Do you think we would have actually gotten like a end credit sequence if we managed to beat the boss, or do you think that just would have went on indefinitely? Honestly, don't know. Which sucks because I really wanted to save, but I kept looking at the save icon and just never unlocked. So, crap. I don't know. I don't know what I could have done. Anyway, great job, game. Great job, devs. Yeah, that was a great time. Very addicting. The only dropping the fun times here. Like the only problem, the biggest problem that I have is we really need to give new players a nudge in the right direction. So once you have that, then we can skip the tutorial and then you can give us the exact same game that we have right now. But yeah, it really did take a couple of runs to figure all this out. But hey, once we started, it was a great time. So, what do you mean you beat the game? You just saw the credits. That could have been the bad ending. I mean, you don't know that. Should have played as Auntie from Devil May Ant. Oh, please. Ante. Yes, Ante, the greatest bug slayer. Yeah. All right, I see how it is. Okay, so we have another hour. Still beat the game then. Got an ending. Fair enough. Fair enough. So in that case, what else are we going to use? What else are we going to play for today? You know what? This one's probably going to be a lot quicker. I had another game that I wanted to play just to kind of talk about, but I think we're going to use it. We're going to play this one instead. However, this one's going to require a little bit of setup on my part, so let me just make sure that I have everything set up the way that I wanted it to. Okay, yeah. All right, we're good. So, when we start, let's start this RPG Maker game. And I'm not going to tell you the title just yet. Because, yeah, so this one is called... Wait for it. Yeah. Here it is. Is this the right game? No, there's no title screen. Just FYI. You start the game up and you're immediately taken to this. To this screen right here. Well, alrighty then. I guess we can just... No, something's not right. Follow the path to find what you seek. Surely this will be beyond expectations. Well, oddly enough, when you start a game like this, It's like, yeah, you kind of throw your expectations out of the water because it's just like, oh, anything can happen now. I know this one. Yep. I have a feeling this is going to be a fake bad game. What in the world would make you think that? Look, we just started up and we got to keep on going, you know? Look, there's plants on the ground. You can't really interact with them. You just got to keep on moving. This is a really high resolution though. Odd that there's a lack of music. Almost like it's trying to set up a feeling of unease. And look at that blatantly bad mapping. How strange, right? How strange. Oh, look at that. It's just more walls. Everything is getting more and more screwed up the further along that we go. And now the illusion has just completely dropped. I'm sorry. But this isn't your game anymore. No time for these assets. Because this is my game engine now. Just Morph Games. This game features flashing lights and jump scares. DECCI. Well, alrighty then. Use mouse to navigate menus. Well, you could say that was quite beyond expectations. You started off as a completely different game, and then suddenly there's a 3D model on the screen. Huh. Well, ain't that interesting? That was a pre-type. Hey, Patter! Thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate that. I didn't know you streamed. Huh. Okay, well, welcome in. What were you guys up to? If you're not a big fan of horror games, you might want to... This might be your time to dip out for all the new people in. Playing Expedition 33. Oh, I want to get to that so badly. Oh man, I really want to hurry up the judging process, but you know, I got to take my time and get this done right. But yeah, that is on my console right now. I am going to get to that as soon as I'm done. I love this one when I saw it. Yeah, same thing. Hey, Bird Bunch, welcome in. Yeah, my game's up too. Is it? What was your game? You have a game up in the Game Jam? I also have Claire Obscura DL'd and ready to go as soon as the jam is over. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be great. Okay, but... so, if anyone has ever played the original Five Nights at Freddy's, or at least know about it, I've never played it myself, but I have, this was about the time... yeah, it is Game of the Year. Okay, hang on. Also, hey, Tron. Wait, are you talking about DECCI or Claire Obscura or Five Nights at Freddy's? Oh, you're talking about Claire Obscura. Okay. I finished it yesterday with Sobbing Bedtime. Ooh, all right. I'm even more interested. Yeah, that game lit the whole internet on fire. And I'm super psyched. But we got some other games that we want to talk about first. Such as this one. So, if you played the original Five Nights at Freddy's, I'm making that comparison in more than one way. All right, because you have the jump scare, a similar kind of setup where you're staying in one place. Well, you know what? How about I just show you? Yeah. Welcome. My name is DECCI. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm just calling it DECCI. Like a decapod. I welcome you to my game. The theme is beyond expectations, correct? Well then, please enjoy. This game of mine has been made in RPG Maker MZ, using no plugins at all. And I can back that up, because if you go here in the JS plugins, it's just the default plugins that already comes with it. And I tested this. I took all these out, and the game still ran just fine. So I didn't really go in and look through every single one of these, through one of these scripts just to verify if this actually was made with no code edits whatsoever. But, yeah. Button Picture is default plugin in MZ. Depends on how it was invented. Honestly, I would love to just kind of sit down with the dev of this game and figure out like how he did this. I'm genuinely like curious. But yeah, this game uses no plugins at all. I will shatter the expectations of this engine. Have fun. So, loading, please wait. So this has a typical, well, I don't want to say typical, like a similar setup to Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, what makes the original Five Nights at Freddy's so successful, if this thing will load, was not because it was so full of jump scares, but because it saved the jump scare for when you really needed it. In fact, if I actually play this game correctly, you're not going to see any jump scares at all. Because when it comes to horror games and jump scares, there are a lot of problems, you know? Like, way too many games, and especially in the RPG Maker scene, rely on a lot of jump scares and creepy images in order to, like, convey its theme. And I admit, I made my I made my own RPG Maker horror game, and you know it had its own share of jump scares. Actually, wait, I think it was just one, but I think that was used. Well, whatever. I'm not going to kind of talk about myself here, but the jump scare in this game will happen if you fail, and I think that's what really sets what set Five Nights at Freddy's apart. And I think that's what made that a very successful formula, because, you know, it wasn't just jump scare fest. The jump scare was a result of your poor playing. And so a jump scare was a punishment. And I'm talking about jump scares now because, frankly, I got one jump scare when I played this, and then I never had to worry about it again. Oh, okay, green. So yeah, you have to go over here and you have to click green. You have to click the corresponding color. So that's the whole point of this game right now, is you have to manage, you have to manage three different things. You have to manage the arcade game. This is the main game. But while you play, time passes, and this little guy gets closer and closer and closer. So you need to keep your eye over here as it shows you eyeball on the thing. So yeah, every now and then you just have to every now and then you just have to remember. Yeah, you just have to remember to just double check over there and just see what's going on. And just make sure to keep your eye on the other guy. And then you have to just like handle the power on the other side. Okay, and I gained a life. Okay, keep power on. So I just have to hold this down. By the way, while the game has no plugins, does the engine source code is edited? I don't know. Okay, yeah, I let him get really close here. So yeah, you just gotta wait until he disappears, which may take a little bit, depending on how close you let him get. But, and this is one note that I labeled as a criticism for this game, because the game pauses when you the game pauses when you leave this screen. Oh, okay, that's blue. Okay, just need to do that. I've actually never had the power go out on me. I've just been holding this down out of habit because there's no meter that shows you how much power you have. So yeah, you just kind of hit. So the main game pauses between times, and you will get the jump scare if you run out of lives. But yeah, that's what makes Five Nights at Freddy's really successful. The first game. I know the rest of the games, the subsequent games kind of tacked on some jump scares even as when they weren't fail states, and yeah, that's That's just how they decided to do it, but yeah. Whoops. So this game understands that, and it's like, yeah, we're only going to give you the jump scare when you've earned it. And by earn it, I mean when you failed. And that's, yeah, kind of like, I don't want to say my biggest problem, but yeah, this, once you understand how everything works, yeah, this game gets actually really easy because, again, the game pauses when you're looking at this screen, which means, you know, despite this saying time never stops, it actually kind of does for the game, at least. So it would be very stressful if you had to manage and position yourself in a, well, and had to position yourself in a way where you had to make sure to put yourself in a spot where you didn't die. Oh, wait for it. There we go. There we go. Actually, you know, if I die now, I might actually get a jump scare. So for those that can't handle that, just beware. There is a real risk that I'm going to get jump scared here. And that's a red. Okay. Easy enough, easy enough. But I think that's what makes these games super effective, right? Is because you know a jump scare is going to come. Because if you fail, you're going to get it. And that's why, you know, jump scares are perfectly fine. But when you build up the anticipation of them, that's where the real horror comes in. Right? Fuck! Yeah, case in point. There we go. Wind Rider ain't here, so should be good. Wind Rider could be lurking. We don't know that. But also, Wind Riders may not be the only person to not like jump scares. Wait, what? Oh, crap. Well, we're not going to do that right now. This is a. I should have disabled that redeem. I really should have. But yeah, we're doing a showcase right now. We're not going to get in the middle of that because this is more for the devs feedback here. But yeah, after we're done with this, then we're gonna spin the wheel. Fine. Okay, but yeah, let's try this again. Even though I was complete, they never released my game. Why did they do that? Because business. Yeah. Use mouse to look around the room, which is good. And what's over here? Yeah. And then just keep the power going. Give me the treasure. But yeah, I have to score a certain amount of points to move on to the next level. So this is basically like the original Mario Brothers, I think. I don't think it's been a while since I played that, but yeah, that's, there we go. Yeah. Get lost. Get lost. And then I have no idea what this does. I've actually tried to see if I can let power run out, but it doesn't seem like I can. It's actually a lot harder than it looks. Remember, no scripting. All this is done via events, apparently. Oh. Okay. Taking that. There we go. Fucking Christ, I completely forgot about that. Ah! Yeah, I was in the rhythm, and then I don't know why, I just kind of got locked in. All right, not bad. 2 wheels? All right, fine, yeah, 2 wheels. Sheesh. I hate you, 10. You are the worst. This reminds me of that Duck Hunt game where you play Duck Hunt while serial killers lurking in your house. Wait, what? That actually sounds like a lot of fun. Something should stay 2D. But they called it a rebranding. Ooh, I haven't seen this message. They said I wouldn't reach market expectations. Well now. Yeah. Duck season. Yeah, lore drops, and they only happen if you fail the game, which is hilarious. Because I've never seen that. That should tell you that I've only lost once. It's like, yeah, once I like got into the rhythm and not like locked in to like one particular gameplay style. Yeah, like this game is actually very manageable. I say that as I died right away. Okay. Get 240 points. Okay. Can do. Get wrecked. Whoops. Okay, that's red. Now, the other part here is... So you guys know me, right? I would have probably done the colorblind accessibility thing by this point, but... I don't think, and I guess the dev can correct me if I'm wrong here, but if you click the wrong button, I don't know if that's... You know what? Let's try that. The next time the screen starts coloring, let's click the wrong button and see if that's instant death. Because if it is, then that's actually a big problem for accessibility. Because just eyeballing it, I think that all three colors have the exact same shading, which means that it could be difficult to determine which color to actually click. I kind of wish I got like a point combo if I could nail a couple of enemies in one jump. There we are. Yeah. Then we just kind of hang back and chill. I guess the only thing about time not stopping at this point is that, like, yeah, if you really mess up and let power run down, or if you let the screen stay on for too long, then yeah, that can be a problem, but, eh. Bam, bam, bam. There we are. Bam, 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 bam. Wow. Enemies are just lining up for me, huh? Oh, that was close. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna get hit. You think I can dodge it? That's just the anxiety that's wearing down on me as a player. Oh, I got it. Man, I'm good. Okay, there it is. Okay, blue. Let's hit red. That is death. Okay. So, that is actually a problem. Because if you're colorblind... right? You may not see the right colors. And so make one mistake and you're dead. Yeah, that is actually a concern. Well, just something to keep in mind, Dev, because like I said, I've already judged this game. I've already changed the score. So nothing that I find here is going to change the score one way or the other. So you're good. Only one cabinet was ever made. It is quite special to me. The last remnant before my disfigurement. And you killed people who try to play it. You're not very smart, are you? All right, this time we're gonna do the sweat lord. We're gonna sweat it out. No more jump scares. I'm calling it right now. No more jump scares. We're gonna get it right, and there will be no problems whatsoever. Just watch. This is not going to be an anti-situation, right? Where I talk shit and then immediately get hit. Not going to happen. It's going to be just fine. I still love that 3D effect that they have here. Like, it really feels... Okay, listen. That was just a fluke. Not a problem. I'm still getting used to the controls. Remember, first try. Oh, okay, there is red. Bruh. Hey, buddy. Why am I having so much trouble here now? Like, this is the streamer brain, man. This is streamer brain at work. Because I only failed once when I played this game for judging. And yeah, that is, you know, a very good reason, like one of the many reasons why I decided not to stream the judging process. Because, yeah, when you're talking, you're not paying attention. Like, even if it's just a slight focus lacks. I don't want that to happen when I'm judging a game for a contest. It's a competition, right? And I want to be at my most alert when I judge these games. Hey, maybe they think the game cringe? That's impossible. This game is a lovely little game. And it has the augmented reality where if you die in the game, you die in real life. Oh, WASD can also work. Okay, good to know. Is it me or does the screen seem a little bit darker to you? There we are. Oh, you know what? You know why? That could possibly be the power. Yeah. Hey, that'd be a first. It's the power? Yeah, I think you're right. So now the question becomes, how long do I hold this? Because I have no clue. And in a way, I kind of like that. Because again, it helps build up the tension of like, hey, is this enough? And also because you're very safe. You know? Because, you know, the powers... Yeah, this guy is going to get closer and closer. But, you know, the game pauses while you're looking around. So... Oh, there we go. Bruh. Haha. Alright, give me that treasure. Fuck. I thought I was out of ideas. Maybe the original idea is you need to spin a generator for power? Maybe. Only the dev can really answer that. Okay, last life. I got this. Alright, I'm gonna sweat it out. I was about to say, can I hit the jellyfish, please? Bruh. Gotcha. Uh-oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. I just need to jump. I just need to jump. We're not going to get jump scared. It's alright. Also, pretty sure that was green. Yeah. Got it. No jump scare. Got it. I don't know how much... I have no idea how many points I need. There we go. See? Nailed it. And I believe you swore again. No, I didn't. There's no way. There's no way I did. There is no way that I did. Just gonna hold that down. Okay, let's go. Bruh. Yeah, you're not gonna give me this time, buddy. Nope. I'm way too smart for this. Okay. Yeah. Oh, treasure? Okay, that's red. No, you don't. No, you don't. Yeah, just enjoy being wrong. Just enjoy your little hole, because that's all you will ever be in. Okay. Whoa, that was close. Nope. Oof. Okay, I hit arrow key and A, and I'm pretty sure they just canceled each other out. Which is not great. Give me that chest. Oh boy, the one time I'm happy I didn't land on the jellyfish. Alright, I got this. You guys believe in me? I hope so. It'd be a nice change of pace. Oh, nope. Gotcha. Hey, alright. No, wow. You couldn't even fake it, Aaron? You couldn't even fake your faith? Profound sadness. Tip, I want my freedom. Well, too bad. You're not going to have your freedom. I forgot to check to see if I have a full set of 3 lives. I'm going to assume I don't. Oh, no. Oh! Okay, the priority of enemies is a little bit wonky. Because, man, I really wanted... Okay, that's blue. Haha. Almost got a little too pro there. Alright, and then up we go. Give me that chest. Oh, that was close. Nope. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're not going to get me. Again, just out of habit. I don't want to run that risk. Okay, let's go. Nope. Give me that chest. There we are. Whoa. Hey, that's blue. Yeah. The monster walk away when looking at the protagonist's face. I wonder how scary our protagonist is. Woo! That was a very that is a very scary face, though. A very scary face. Oh man, how close? Oh, hey Dev, if you're watching this, how close was I right there to actually getting jumped? I feel like I was like a second away from dying there. Oh, there we go, and that's it. Sorry our fun has to end so soon, but you have done a good job. Next time I won't be so kind. Next time I won't be contained to this game window. I'll see you again. Is that a promise for a sequel? Or are you just being a horror movie, a horror game antagonist? And it takes you back to the title screen, which is a shame. I feel like that would have been... You would have completed the whole fourth wall break if you just closed the game window right then and there. Excuse me. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get out. Oh? Let's play again sometime. Yeah. And then from then on, if you start up the game again, after you get past that initial sequence, you go straight to the actual game. Yeah, you skip the main part of the game. So that's great. That is actually really great. I love the subversion of expectations at the very start. Like, well, obviously, you're getting into an RPG Maker game, and then it was very clear at the very start that it was going to be something different. But boy, did I not expect this. A fully 3D game. Well, with 3D models, I don't want to say fully 3D game, but like a 3D models, a pseudo 3D style, what's it called? A pseudo 3D style layout. And the message about this not having any scripting is a mixed one for me. As a dev, right? That the fact that the game was set up the way that it was without any scripting whatsoever is incredible. But how many people who have never touched RPG Maker game will that statement even affect, right? People who don't know anything about RPG Maker, they're just looking for a game to play, and they're going to be like, oh, this has no events? Well, they don't even know what events is. Or, sorry, no scripting. They don't even know what scripting is. So if I look at it from a dev's perspective, I'm going to be like, how the hell did they pull that off? And I still would love to know. The game said they don't have plugins, not scripts. Okay, to be honest, I use those terms interchangeably. They're code. It's just, yeah, I know they're not exactly the same, but they're code. When I think of plugins or scripts, I just think of writing code. So when I hear no plugins, I'm like, okay, well, there had to have been some kind of work done. Like, I don't know how you could have skipped the title screen if you didn't use a single plugin, or if you didn't use any kind of code. Well, in ARM, they are kind of different. I know they're kind of different. It's just my brain doesn't parse it that way. That's a personal thing. I know, but it's there. But yeah, that was a great time. But yeah, I do appreciate the jump scare. Like, when you use jump scares like that, it's very effective because you know that the jump scare is your fault. So, as opposed to a lot of other RPG Maker horror games where they just throw jump scares at you, and then expect you to, you use that for the money shot. When you stream those games, like, you can scream into the mic and exaggerate your reactions. But, well, you can directly edit the source code to skip the title screen. Let me check that really quick. Let's break the illusion right now, shall we? All right. There's the title screen. I probably should have done a diff on these files, but it's too late now. Command to title, scene game end. Okay, scene manager, scene go to title. Nah, that's all right. You know what? I don't care. Like, the title screen would just be one example. Like, I'm still baffled that this whole thing even happened. But yeah, I think it's a pretty disingenuous thing to claim a very well technically argument. Like, okay, if you did all that through coding, it doesn't destroy the perception of RPG Maker or whatever. Just make it in Unity. That's my hot take. Hang on. I think it's a very disingenuous thing to claim a very well technically argument. Like, okay, if you did all that through coding, it doesn't destroy the perception of RPG Maker or whatever it said. Just make it in Unity. That's my hot take. Well, then that wouldn't be very beyond expectations, then, wouldn't it? If you pulled that off in RPG Maker, if you pulled that off in Unity, it would be much less impressive, right? But anyway, only the dev can really talk about how they did it. So we can stand here and guess all day long. Would also get booted from the jam. Unless they use Unite. That would also work. But who knows how this would have been handled in Unite. But either way, we can take guesses as to how this was done all day long, but only the dev really knows. So this was made in MZ, without a shadow of a doubt. And this setup was great. I really enjoyed this setup. And it was not something I'd ever seen in an RPG Maker game before. That's good enough for me, frankly. Yeah, it's a good game regardless of how it was done, for sure. Oh yeah, exactly. That is true. That's not to bash the game either, by the way. It's well done. It's just a meaningless claim, IMO. I don't want to assign too much intent, but as a judge, that line made a huge difference. Because if that really was done with just eventing, then that's wild to me. So, as a player, yeah, probably wouldn't make too much of a difference. But as a judge, yeah, makes a big difference to me. But we'll see how yeah, okay, you know it's time to log off when I'm starting to stutter over my words. When I'm 2.5 hours into this stream. But yeah, we'll see how well it does in the jam. Good luck. I'm rooting for it, as I'm rooting for most of the other games. Yeah. So that will actually do it for tonight, and that was a great time. So we will continue this with another set of highlights on Wednesday. Oh right, the wheel spin. Hang on. How much did I actually do? Yeah, because I keep forgetting that okay, so there's a lot of... Okay, there's stuff in here that I need to get rid of. But you got 3, I believe. Well, belief is more of a subjective thing, you know. You don't just because you believe something doesn't really mean it's right. A lot of these are punishment games that I'm not going to be able to get to for a while. Yeah, like streams. Like, yeah, React Wars, we can't do that for a while. But hey, we'll put it on the list for when we actually get done. All right, yeah, let's just go ahead and do it. Are we doing... Ah, crap. What would you do if you landed to 1 more hour? I probably wouldn't do that. I probably wouldn't honor that for this stream. I would probably have to add that on to another stream. Because again, I want to actually judge a game tonight. I wasn't able to do that today. All right, let's go ahead and just do it. This is what happens when I let cheeky people like 10 decide to throw in a punishment. Because I'm too stupid to disable that on my own. All right, there we go. Late night push-ups? I know, right? 'Cause that's definitely what I need to do when I need to wake up early tomorrow morning. All right, another one. Just don't land on another 10. Please don't land. Okay, there we go. Oh! Ah, crap. Well, all right. Now we know what we're going to do. The first stream after we're done with Judge's highlights. Or rather, actually, you know what? I don't plan on stopping the Judge's highlights when the voting period is over. So it'll be the first stream after the judging period is over. So if I'm done with my, yeah. So after, when the winners are announced, or when this whole thing is over with, the first stream after that, we're going to do React Wars. So great. Fine. And then the last one. Uh-oh. Well, that will not be a fun time. So I've heard zero positive things about this game. And this is a punishment for me, not just because we're going to play a bad game, but as a major Dragon Age fan, I feel like I'm going to hurt myself a lot. Granted, there was never a good... There wasn't... The best Dragon Age game was Origins, hands down. I'm not going to accept any arguments otherwise. But this is interesting. Well, that's one way to put it. But yeah, there's... agreed. Thank you. But yeah, there has not been a good Well, some... Inquisition was all right, I think. But yeah, but I've heard nothing but terrible things about this, so I passed up on it. But I claimed it as a free game for PlayStation Plus, so yeah. That is not going to be a full playthrough of Veilguard, but I wanted to see what made it so bad. Someone redeemed no cursing while spinning the wheel? Nope. Hey, Centauri, how you doing? But yeah, I've heard that the writing in that game is particularly bad, and also it means we're going to be diving into a bunch of DEI mess, which is going to be interesting to parse through, because I've never really... So here's the thing. I've always been kind of skeptical of the whole anti-DEI movement, because I was just thinking back going, who's this hurting? You know? So these games that have like serious DEI, like too much DEI crap like in it, it's like, okay, fine. Who's it harming? I feel like those games have every right to exist alongside the games that you enjoy as well. And if there's a series that you like that had too much DEI in it, okay, fine. Move on to a different game. You know? So I've always kind of kept my head out of the whole DEI, like anti-woke argument. Now, I'm going to dive headfirst into it, so this is going to be interesting. So, we'll see how that goes. So, React Wars and Dragon Age the Veilguard. Help me remember that, guys. But yeah, that'll do it for today. Yeah, that's a good title card to reflect my current state. My current mental state. But yeah, that will happen after judging is over. So once the jam is done and the voters period is over, we're all got our stuff in. We're all... Actually, you know what? Maybe, well, depends. Depends on if I want to get this out of the way or not. So if I get my part done, then we can do React Wars and whatever. Because at that point, when I'm done with my part of the games, I think that'll be it. Like, I won't have to judge anything else. Which means we can go back to our regularly scheduled schedule with Mundev parties, pitch Fridays, and then Wednesdays we'll be doing more judges' highlights. That one's not going to stop. I'm not going to stop judges' highlights until I'm done with... I've highlighted all the games I wanted to highlight. But yeah, that will do it for today. So, I'm going to dump you off somewhere else. And we'll see you guys again on Wednesday for some more Judges Highlights. Whatever that will be. Okay, let's go hang out with Hawk Zombie. Yeah. Oh, Hawk Zombie's playing Moonlit Blessed. I really enjoyed that one. Okay, yeah, that was on the highlights. And I'm already seeing stuff that I haven't seen on the 2 times I played this game. So that's pretty neat. All right, so we're going to go hang out with Hawk Zombie. So thank you all so much for dropping by. I really do appreciate that. And we'll see you all again on Wednesday. Just as soon as the thing is over. What? Oh, God. Am I getting called into work right now of all times?